everybody, Brandon Jones here. I'm joined by Mr. Kyle Boston.
I love trailers.
Because they make you laugh. You laugh, Kyle?
I'm laughing.
Kyle just watched the trailer we're about to watch, and he laughed a lot. Daniel Bloodworth.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us. Did you find the trailer funny as well?
Yeah, I guess. It's interesting.
We're talking about the debut trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 4. In case you've lost count, that is the latest Five Nights at Freddy's.
What is it about horror franchises that it just like spiral, like boom?
This is the final one, though. This is the last of the story.
He can't get to 5?
No.
You don't think this has been a rush to get to Five Nights at Freddy 5?
This is confirmed the last one. But you're right, that is a missed opportunity.
I don't believe it. That seems like why he's rushing it. To find out exactly what we mean, let's watch the trailer. So it's a short one. We don't want to take too much time.
Sure.
It's very simple. I mean, I guess we set up a little context of what Five Nights at Freddy is. Like, I'm familiar with their media, but I've never actually sat down and I've watched people play this game, but I've never played it myself. Have either of you played Five Nights at Freddy's?
No.
Any of them?
Oh no.
First one came out what, like 3 years ago? 3 or 4?
You're right. Not that long ago.
Yeah, they pump these out like 2 a year or something crazy. So it's not like it's been forever. You know, it's not like this huge like anticipation build for each entry. He just keeps like, you know, throwing these out. Is this trailer trying to be Sharknado, or is it trying to be Clive Barker, or is it?
Yeah, I mean,
is it really trying to scare us?
It really does feel like it's trying to be intentionally cheap, right?
Well,
everything about it is kind of I don't know, like
well,
the text and the effects and like just the one like easy jump scare and then this logo at the end.
What's tricky about this is that it is, I mean, it's the vibe of the game. And so that's why it's hard to say this is a bad trailer, is that it matches the vibe of the game, which is also cheap. It's a cheaply made game. I don't want to say poorly made game, because it is what it is, but it's, you know, it's you're monitoring like CG images that are just meant to look 3D.
Sounds like a real high score is coming from you on this trailer then, Kyle.
Well, no, here's the thing is we're seeing new things. We've never been in a home before.
Yeah, that's what, again, I haven't played the game, but from what I've seen before, a lot of the areas were like very Silent Hill 2. There's like lots of rust, you know, lots of factory, you know, lots of like metal doorways and hallways. And this seems somewhat welcoming if you're like a PC game in the 1990s.
Brandon, you were right. Five Nights at Freddy's came out in 2014.
Yeah.
The first one.
Wow.
That is crazy.
I mean, that's horrific in itself. You know?
Yeah.
It's like that this franchise keeps coming.
So I think this might be the right trailer for this game, is what I mean to say. For this game, which is like cheap and stupid, to have a well-produced, scary trailer might be the wrong thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just think it's like too much of the two genres. Like there's elements of comedy in this and there's elements of horror, and I wish they would focus more on the horror, more on the comedy, rather than kind of like just give me like a mad version of both. You know, like all of them, like, you know, shaking it on the bed and then like they all go flying off except one guy. You know, like there is a little bit of humor in that. Like a lot of the scares that we see in the beginning are like, oh, you almost missed the guy. You know, so there's a lot of like peekaboo silliness in the first part of the trailer, and then like I legitimately think we're supposed to be scared at the end there. Like I think that's like a big scary, you know, like jump at the end, and I just wish set up like a little more context or setup, like really introduce this to people who aren't familiar to the series, or just do something, probably more preferably, do something really funny, do something that like I'll want to pass along to other people, because like the point of a trailer also is like to get the name of your game out there, and I think like if this guy's clearly making this direct of a development decision, he's like, these are the games that I want to make, you know, then take that kind of, you know, strangeness and bizarreness and bring that to your media, as opposed to just making like, it's like a horror movie but you're playing it. It just kind of seems like it. If I know a little bit about Five Nights at Freddy, and I've been amused by the franchise in the past, which is why I have half of an opinion about this at all. Whereas if I didn't, like, this wouldn't interest me in the slightest. I would have laughed at that end logo, and that's about it.
Right. It doesn't look like the kind of game that there's a phenomenon behind. And it's not treated that way either. You know what I mean? It's not like the fourth and final part of the Five Nights at Freddy's. I kind of like it for that reason. Man, I'm real torn on this one.
It just doesn't really do anything that strikes me as being all that unique or different. It feels kind of like a dated game. It is weird to me that you know I haven't really checked this series out. I've heard people talk about it around the office and online, but I don't know a lot about it. It's funny. It just seems like there's a bunch of like rotten stuffed animal things on the bed, and all right, jump scare.
5.5.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Need I repeat myself, Kyle Bossman?
I just need some justification attached to that.
No work was put on this whatsoever. There's no thought. There's nothing. I mean, this is what are we watching here? You know, it's like this is my nephew made a horror movie in his spare time and showed me that. You know, I'm like, okay. It's like I kind of get a little bit of it when the logo comes in. It's like that's a deliberately weird logo, but it's weird for like a second. You know, it's like some last minute editing thought that he had and giggled at when he was like in his bay, like putting the trailer together, and like, come on, it's your trailer. Like if you're gonna put that much focus on this game that you want to make, and then you make a trailer like this, all that it communicates to me is that you just didn't care. You know, that you're just laughing all the way to the bank, and you're like, whatever, I'm just gonna do this, as opposed to like, you know, get a guy in a costume, do something weird, you know, do something equally weird that kind of lives on its own, or sell it some other way, or just. Man, put some energy into it. It's just kind of like...
So, snooze. Brandon, I got to give it an 8.7. So, what's communicated to me through this trailer is like it's all the effort of one person, the game, and I see the trailer as just, oh, I made this trailer as well. You know, it seems like the person who made the game made the trailer, and so I kind of like it for that reason. It's a horrible logo. You picked a bad font, but it's like, I think it's right for the game. And it's a good title reveal, even though it looks stupid. It's like it's what this whole game is about.
I think you're right for the game. 8.7. That was your first score.
It's my score.
The other thing too is advance the damn game. I mean, come on. You know, it's like you're in house, but house doesn't look good at all. You know, so it's like why?
Oh, there's a story. There's a whole story going through all this too.
Totally get it.
Yeah, what game do you think you're playing? I don't. That's the only thing that like I
channeling some Kojima there.
Yeah, like that's it. That's like those words are the only things that like intrigue me about this. Otherwise, it just feels like okay, it's a thing.
What do you score something that okay, it's a thing?
I'll go with a 5, just flat 5.
And that's it.
I guess it could be worse.
Yeah, it could. I mean, it clearly has style, which is why I initially started. I think I like hovered at about a 6 when I approached the scoreboard. I was staring at the number 6, and then I dropped. But definitely above a 5 because it definitely there is intent. There is like a goal here, but there's just not much to it than that.
I think he does it with complete sincerity.
This isn't sincere score. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, but
I get it. Oh no, I know this guy.
When you say he goes for laughs,
I know this is not an act.
I don't think he's ever going. Yeah, exactly. I don't think so at all.
So you think he's not going for laughs? So you think that we're supposed to be?
I think you're supposed to be terrified.
Those are very
time.
calculated scares.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I have not played the game, so who am I to say anything bad about it? But Kyle managed to get it up into the 6s, above what I would originally scored it, to a 6.4 for the launch trailer for Five Nights at Freddy 4. Hopefully soon we'll be talking about the launch trailer of Five Nights at Freddy 5. I'm curious to go back and watch 1, 2, and 3 and compare those to this and see if the trailers have been maybe getting better or if he's just phoning it in for this one. But thank you, Kyle Bossman. Thank you, Daniel Bloodworth. Thank you guys for listening. See you next episode.